Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today we'll be revising 7.4 and move on to discuss 7.5. Seven point four is about chromatic substitution. I discussed yesterday that in many of the integrals where we are exposed to regression functions and some algebraic functions, like this or this, they involve structures of the type is valued of constant minus variable square, or constant plus variable square, or variable square minus constants. And we decided that whenever we have constant squared minus variable squared, we will be substituting x is equal to a sine theta. If we have constant squared plus variable squared, then we will substitute x is equal to a tangent theta. And in this case, where variable squared is first and then minus constant squared, we substitute x is equal to a secant theta. Then I discussed some of the selected problems of exercise 7.4. 1 minus 4x squared. So we have a constant minus some variable term. This variable term is the square of 2x. So we, substituting x is equal to sine theta, we substitute 2x is equal to sine theta. And that gives dx is equal to cos theta, d theta upon 2, and cos theta that may be required later on when sine and cos are related by cos theta is equal to square root of 1 minus sine square theta. So cos theta will be written as 1 minus sine square, and sine square means 4x square. And then we start substituting, simplifying, and we get that this is the case of cos square. And then in case of cos square, we have decided that we will be replacing it by the trigonometric identity that cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta upon 2. That gives you two integrals, 1 by 2 d theta and cos theta by 2 theta by 2 d theta. So let me put the charger into the socket. Sorry. And then we proceed further. Integral of the first part is simply theta, and that of the second part is cos 2 theta upon 2. Theta from here can be written directly as sine inverse 2x, and from sine 2 theta, we have to write down 2 sine theta cos theta. One of the basic trigonometric identities, sine theta is 2x and cos theta is this, and the final result is this. So I discussed these problems, and I'm reconsidering this as a revision for the last lecture, where we have a constant plus x square, and that means this is something square root 5 square plus x square. So we have to substitute x is equal to a tangent theta, and a is root 5. So we substitute this. X is equal to root 5 theta, tangent theta is equal to, then differential is dx is equal to root 5 secant square theta. Substituting in this all the things, x square theta, 5 tangent theta, tangent square theta, sorry. Dx ki jagah root 5 secant square theta d theta. And in the denominator, 5 plus x ki jagah 5 x square ki jagah 5 tangent square theta. From the denominator, square root 5 taken common, root 5 that will cancel out with this root 5, and we are left with 5 into integral tangent square into secant square divided by secant theta, because this 5 taken common, it becomes 1 plus tangent square, which is secant square under the root, and that makes it secant theta. The secant theta cancels with the secant square theta in the numerator, and in the numerator, we are left with tangent square into secant theta. we'll keep secant theta as it is and replace tangent square by secant square minus 1 using another trigonometric identity. And that will turn into two integrals, one in which secant is power 3, secant into secant square, one in which secant is alone. And then power 3 के लिए reduction formula इस्तेमाल करके we can solve this. So we have n is equal to 3. So इस फॉर्मूले में n की जगह 3 रख के हमने रिजल्ट लिखा, जबकि just secant theta, the secant theta is directly integrable and it integrates into ln secant plus tangent. So overall, one result is this, and this result which is ln secant theta plus tangent theta. Outside constants 5/2, 5/2. I've finished writing down this integral here. नहीं लिखा हुआ तो है, sorry. So this is also okay. 1/2 secant theta has appeared in this integral, and 5 integral secant theta was already present there. So 5/2 minus 5 have been combined, and minus 5/2 is the coefficient. और यहाँ पर जो हमने लिखा है, this has to be what? This has to be 5/2. Now, substitution जो की गई थी, that was square root of 5 tangent theta. So tangent theta is x upon root 5. तो जहाँ पे tangent theta है वहाँ तो x upon root 5 लिख देंगे, जहाँ secant theta है वहाँ square root of 1 plus tangent square इस्तेमाल करेंगे, and tangent square means x square upon 5. So that makes it replacing every trigonometric function in terms of x, and the ultimate result is this. So these are two examples, one where there was constant minus variable squared, constant plus variable squared. Another example, question number 10, where constant minus x square is there. Then we come to the case where we have variable squared minus constant. So this is the square of 5. So x square minus 25 is x square minus 5 square. So we will substitute x is equal to 5 secant theta. Differential dx is equal to 5 secant theta. Derivative of secant theta is secant theta tangent theta 3 theta. So when we have to come back to original variable x, secant theta is x upon 5. Tangent theta when required will be secant square minus 1. So secant square means x square upon 25 minus 1 or this form. Substitute all these things, x cube कीजिएगा 5 secant theta. So 5 का cube 125 into 2 is 250 secant cube theta. Differential से आया 5 secant theta tangent theta d theta. And in the denominator, x is equal to 5 secant theta. So x square is equal to 25 secant square theta minus 25. All constants taken outside. एक ये वाला 5 है, एक 25 है, एक 5 इसमें से आएगा. So the 5 that comes out of this square root will cancel out with this, and 25 into secant raised to power 4 into tangent divided by secant square minus 1, and secant square minus 1 is tangent. Under the root tangent square will give you tangent. So tangent cancel out and you're left with secant power 4. And secant power 4 n is equal to 4 के जरिए हम secant का reduction formula इस्तेमाल करके result हासिल कर सकते हैं. Once everything is integrated, the result is in the form of secant theta and tangent theta. Wherever there is secant theta, we'll replace it by x by 5. Wherever there is tangent theta, we'll replace it by square root x square minus 25 whole upon 5. And that gives this result. So these are the cases that are in exercise 7.4. But there are some other problems of this type where we don't seem to have the standard form. What are our standard forms? Our standard forms are a square minus x square, a square plus x square, and x square minus constant square. There is something more involved here. So to construct these structures, we see that from here x square plus 2x plus 2. अगर मैं इस 2 को 1 plus 1 लिख दूं तो x square plus 2x plus 1 होगा और x square plus 2x plus 1 will become x plus 1 whole square plus 1. And then we see that the denominator is in what form? Constant plus variable squared. The variable is x plus 1. So हम variable को substitute करते हैं. Variable is now x plus 1. इसको tangent theta a चूंकि 1 है, so 1 tangent theta. Give differential. So dx is equal to secant square theta d theta. X is tangent theta minus 1. And whenever we require theta, that can be written as from here. If you want to separate theta, tan inverse goes here. Then make the substitution. X is equal to tangent theta minus 1. Dx is equal to secant square theta d theta. Denominator is secant tangent square plus 1, which is secant square. So secant square cancels, and we are left with only this. And the integral is simple. You can put the integral in the form. Tangent theta का integral जो है वो हम अक्सर बेशतर log secant लिखते हैं. और 1 का integral theta plus c, and then in place of theta, you write down tan inverse x plus 1. In place of secant theta, we don't have secant theta, so we have to write down this secant theta in the form of tangent theta. So 1 plus tangent square is secant square. So this has to be written as the square root of 1 plus tangent square theta minus tan inverse x plus 1 plus c, and then this also replaced by x plus 1. That completes the work. I had said that complete it yourself. A similar problem is 44, in which we have to go for double substitution. पहली substitution तो ये है कि जो अजीब सा फंक्शन है इसमें e power x को खत्म करें. E is equal to e power x. The differential will be e power x dx. Then x is equal to ln t. So e power x dx is equal to dt. In the denominator, we have 1 plus t square. And this t square plus 2 into 1 by 2 t plus 1 by 2 squared. This is a complete square of 1 plus 1 by 2. So this number 1 by 4 is to be taken out from this one. 1 by 4 separate and 3 by 4 left. So from here to here, it becomes t plus half raised to power 2. And this becomes a case of constant plus variable square. The constant is recognized to be this. So Either you take this common and write it like this, or you go directly. T plus half whole square. So you can go to substitute that after taking common from here 3 by root 3 by 2 common लेंगे तो 2 by 3 बाहर चला जाएगा and so on so forth. So when you take the common 3 by 2 2 by 3 ये सही दिखा हुआ था 2 by 3 it is not 2 common जो लिया है root 3 by 2 है so 2 upon root 3 is outside. Forget about the constant. The rest of the function is in what form? जब आपने ये tangent theta substitute कर दिया, तो 2 by root 3 dt is equal to secant square theta. और सारी substitutions करने के बाद, it's only this function left, whose integral is this, and then leaving out constants outside. Again, ln secant theta plus tangent theta. तो secant theta को square root of 1 plus tangent square लिखेंगे, and then tangent की value from here. It will be written in this form first, but the original variable was x, and we said that t is equal to e power x or x is equal to ln t. So t is equal to e power x will be substituted back and simplified, constant not considered. One last example that I discussed about 48, about this exercise 48, where we see this situation, x into 4 minus 4, which is 4x minus x square. That motivates me to add and subtract 4 in order that ये 4 as it is, बाकी सब में से minus common लूँ, तो क्या बना? 4 minus 4x plus x square, which is the perfect square of x minus 2. So completing a square exercise is used here to convert x into 4 minus x to this form, which is constant minus variable part square. क्योंकि constant square minus variable part है, तो substitution variable part is equal to 2 sin t होगी, and then you can follow this yourself. I have already shared this file with you, and I have seen that around 25-30 students have already seen my last lecture, and that's a good sign. I now move on to integration using partial fractions. In what condition this technique is used? What's the background? This is used when we have rational functions. And what is a rational function? Some polynomial divided by another polynomial. In order to use a technique that is titled partial fraction technique for integration, we have to take care of the degree of the polynomial in the numerator and degree of the polynomial in the denominator. So we say that we name degree of the numerator to be nth and degree of the denominator to be mth. So we have the rational function Pnx upon Qmx. Now what I've written here, that this can be reduced to this. In what case? When the degree of the numerator is larger and degree of the denominator is smaller. I demonstrate this by an example. Note that degree of the numerator is greater than or equal to the degree of the denominator. So this situation demonstrated, for example, x cube plus 1 upon x square minus 1. So we see that the numerator is P3x, the third degree polynomial, and denominator is Q2x. As 3 is greater than 2, so I have to convert this into this form, where I will perform box division to obtain this function, and the remainder which has a degree less than m. यानी denominator से जब degree less than है. So what I have said, we will go for box division whenever numerator degree is greater than or equal to the denominator degree. I hope many of you remember your school algebra and performing box division. We are dividing x cubed plus 1 by x square minus 1. So if we multiply this with x, what do we have? X cubed minus x. We change the signs. And what we get, x cubed cancelled. And here we get x plus 1. Now this is the divided part. This is the remainder whose degree is now less than the degree of the denominator. So x cubed plus 1 divided by x square minus 1 can be written as x plus remainder upon divisor. I hope you remember this algebra from your school days. So whenever the numerator degree is greater than or equal to m, we will perform this box division in order that this is the divided part, this is the remainder which has degree at least 1 less than the degree of the denominator, the divisor. Now, if the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, we make partial fraction. यानी अगर ओरिजिनल प्रॉब्लम में ही आपको न्यूमरेटर की डिग्री कम मिले और डिनोमिनेटर की डिग्री ज़्यादा मिले, या ऐसा नहीं था और आपने बॉक्स डिवीजन करके ऐसा हासिल कर लिया. Now this is the format on which partial fraction technique can be used. Now the technique of partial fraction that I have described here, कि अगर डिनोमिनेटर जो है, it can be factorized and every factor is a linear factor. Mth degree polynomial, if all the factors are linear, then there will be m such factors. Now for that, Pnx upon Qmx can be written in this form: constant upon first linear factor plus constant upon second linear factor plus constant upon third linear factor, and so on. And then what we do, let me describe it here. I consider 2x squared plus 3 divided by x squared minus 1 into x plus 2. Now you see that this is second degree, but here second degree into first degree makes it third degree. So this is the situation of the type P2x upon Q3x. So n is less than m, and I have to do partial fraction. First type says that if there is a possibility that denominator can be written all in terms of linear factors. तो भाई ये x plus 2 तो पहले से ही linear factor एक हमने लिख दिया. How can I write down x square minus 1 as linear factors? the basic formula a square minus b square makes it x minus 1, x plus 1. Now, if this is the case, which is the case 1, that every factor of the denominator is a linear factor. And we have this equation here. Every factor in the denominator is a linear factor. So this should be equal to some constant upon first linear factor plus some constant upon second linear factor plus some constant upon third linear factor. Now, in this lecture note, मैंने यहाँ पहले सारी types describe की हुई हैं और उसके बाद फिर program पे आया हूँ, लेकिन in the delivering of lecture to keep continuity, when we have denominator in the form of all linear factors, हम इसको कैसे proceed करते हैं? हमारा असल सवाल जो है वो ये है कि we have to integrate 2x square plus 3 divided by x square minus 1 x plus 2 dx. This is what we have to do. And we say that integrand had these properties and all factors in the denominator are linear. So this algebraically can be written as this. So our task is first to find out what possible values are there for A, B, C. In order to determine this, we deal this in such a way that we multiply 1 by the denominator. X plus 2, x minus 1, x plus 1. When we multiply this equation by these three factors, the left-hand side will be what? Denominator throughout cancel. 2x square plus 3 is equal to a times. When I multiply this term with these three factors, x plus 2 factor will cancel out, but x minus 1 and x plus 1 survive that are multiplied with a. When I multiply these three factors with the second term, x minus 1 cancel out, and we are left with x plus 2 and x plus 1 multiplied by b. Lastly, when this triplet is multiplied with the third term, then x plus 1 will cancel out, and we are left with c times x plus 2 and x minus 1. And then our target was कि हम ABC की value मालूम करें, numerical value मालूम करें. For example, if I target a determination of value of a, मैं कोई ऐसा काम करूं कि ये भी कैंसिल हो जाए और ये भी कैंसिल हो जाए. तो ऐसा करने के लिए अगर मैं x इज इक्वल टू -2 रख दूं तो क्या होगा? तो -2 थ्रू आउट रखना. -2 रखने से ये टर्म कैंसिल हो जाएगी, ये टर्म कैंसिल 0 हो जाएगी. So x is equal to -2 means 2 into 4 plus 3 on the left hand side. On the right hand side, x minus 1 is -2 minus 1. X plus 1 -2 plus 1 plus b times -2 plus 2, which becomes 0, -2 plus 1, and plus c times -2 plus 2 -2 minus 1. So we see that this cancel out, and 4 into 2, 8, plus 3 is 11, minus 3, minus 1 is 3a, and that gives me the numerical value of a to be 11 by 3. So I have obtained the value of a. This is obtained. Then my next target is b की value मालूम करूं. So how do I find the value of b? I have to do something जिससे फर्स्ट टर्म और थर्ड टर्म कैंसिल हो जाए. फर्स्ट टर्म और थर्ड टर्म कैंसिल होने के लिए मैं इसमें देखूँ कि इन दोनों में कॉमन फैक्टर क्या है. x माइनस वन इज कॉमन, जो कि जीरो हो जाएगा इफ आई सब्स्टिट्यूट फॉर x I have 1. So let x is equal to 1. So 2 will imply what? The left hand side, 2 into 1 square plus 3. I just write a into 0 plus b times 0 plus 2, 0 plus 1 plus c times 0. So I'm saving time. X is equal to 1 रखूंगा तो 0 हो जाएगा. And then 2 plus 3, 5 is equal to 2 into 1, 2 b, and that gives me the value of b to be 5 by 2. The last thing, value of c. अब देखना है कि a और b को खत्म करने के लिए तो a और b में कॉमन फैक्टर x plus 1 है. So let x is equal to minus 1. So 2 becomes what? Minus 1 square, so 2 plus 3, 5. Minus 1 इस पे रखा 0, minus 1 इस पे रखा 0, और c times what do we have? x की जगह minus 1 रखा, 1 into minus 2. So we get the value of c to be minus 5 by 2. So 1 implies what? That 2x squared plus 3 divided by x plus 2, x minus 1, x plus 1 can now be written as a replaced by 11 by 3 upon x plus 2, b replaced by 5 by 2 upon x minus 1, c replaced by minus 5 by 2 divided by x plus 1. And our objective was to integrate this function. And we see that now the integration is straightforward. Why straightforward? Constant taken outside, x plus 1 upon x plus 2, x plus 2 derivative 1 ऊपर है, so ln of x plus 2 plus 5 by 2 ln of x minus 1, minus 5 by 2 ln of x plus 1 plus c. So that completes a description of what case? The case when numerator has a degree less than the denominator and the denominator has all linear factors. For each linear factor in the denominator, we'll write constant upon linear factor term. And then algebraically find out the values of these constants as I described. And then integration of this becomes integration of this, values of ABC known, and the integral is straightforward. Whenever we have a linear factor in the denominator, we will have a corresponding term of this type and a corresponding integral of this type. So that was case 1, when every factor is a linear factor. Then we have a second case that denominator is of the form of a linear factor which is repeated r times. What kind of situation I'm talking about now? That was case 1, where denominator has separate linear factors. Case 2 is denominator QMX has repeated linear factors. And I consider a simple example of a repeated factor in the integral of x plus 1 upon x minus 1 whole square. Now, the partial fraction technique says that if a linear factor is repeated and he has power, like consider power 2, what you have to do? Constant upon the linear factor, no power, that is power 1, plus another constant upon the linear factor is squared. If R is a number greater than 2, don't stop. Another constant upon linear factor raised to power 3. Another constant upon linear factor raised to power 4. And that becomes more complicated. I have taken a simple example to demonstrate what I have to do in this case, where a linear factor is repeated twice. So I will write down a constant upon the linear factor, another constant upon another linear factor, but the same linear factor with power 2. If you want, I can make it a little bit more complicated. Power 3. So another term, c upon x minus 1 raised to power 3. तो अगर यहाँ पे x minus 1 raised to power 3 है, तो ऐसी 3 टर्म्स लिखी जाएंगी, जिसमें constant upon linear factor power 1, constant upon linear factor power 2, constant upon linear factor power 3. अगर ये 4 होता तो एक और टर्म आती, अगर 5 होता तो एक और टर्म आती. Now, this is our question. Partial fraction technique suggests that algebraically we can write down like this. And then we have to find the values of A, B, and C. Once the numerical values of A, B, and C are obtained, this integral can be solved. Sure. Again, multiply B by the denominator. And that leads to left hand side में x minus 1 raised to power 3 cancel हो जाएगा. तो left hand side ये रह जाएगी, is equal to b times x minus 1 डिनोमिनेटर में है, x minus 1 क्यूब से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे. ये b क्यों लिख दिया मैंने? It has to be a. इससे जब x minus 1 होल क्यूब मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो b टाइम्स x minus 1 बचेगा, और इससे जब मैं x minus 1 रेज़्ड टू पावर 3 को मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो प्लस c बचेगा. Now we have an objective in this step to find the numerical values of a, b, and c. And we see that if I replace x by 1, ये दोनों 0 हो जाएंगे और c की वैल्यू आ जाएगी. So let x is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. X is equal to 1, 0. Plus b, 1 minus 1, 0. Plus c. So we see that हमारे पास तीसरा कांस्टेंट c जो है उसकी वैल्यू आ गई 2. Now we are up against a new issue. अब कोई और x ऐसा नहीं है जिसकी वजह से मेरे पास इस लाइन में कोई सिंप्लीफिकेशन हो और मैं a या b की वैल्यू निकाल सकूं. For this reason, what we do here in the process of partial fraction, we substitute c is equal to 2 in the equation number c and simplify. X plus 1 is equal to a times, इसको खोल डालें, x square minus 2x plus 1 plus b times x minus 1 plus 2, and that makes it x plus 1. एक टर्म थ्रू आउट राइट साइड पर एक्स स्क्वायर की है, लिहाजा ए एक्स स्क्वायर. एक्स की एक टर्म यहाँ पे है और एक टर्म यहाँ पे है. -2 a और b, तो b -2 a x, एक कांस्टेंट टर्म यहाँ है, एक कांस्टेंट टर्म यहाँ है, एक कांस्टेंट टर्म यहाँ है. दैट मेक्स a from here minus b from here plus 2 from here. And then we go for a step which is called comparing coefficients. On the left hand side and on the right hand side. Do we have x square term on the left hand side? No, we don't have x square term on the left hand side. So the coefficient of x square on the right hand side should be 0 because there is no x square term on the left hand side. Do we have a term of x on both sides? Yes. So the coefficient of x on both sides should match. Do we have constant term on both sides? Yes, we have. On the left, the constant is 1. On the right, the constant is a minus b plus 2 is equal to 1. Now, when I use a is equal to 0 here, I get the value of b, which is 1. And there are various methods, approaches to solve this. The question has been asked. So I don't bother what method you use unless you apply the method appropriately. For the time being, we are using a classical method of solving such problems. So we have got b is equal to 1. We had c is equal to 2. We have got a is equal to 0. Now, this extra equation, which has not been used, let us verify this कि ये जो values a, b, c की हमने निकाली हैं, वो इस extra equation को satisfy करती नहीं करती. a is equal to 0 minus b is equal to 1 plus 2 is equal to 1. So it satisfies. So our target of obtaining these values a, b, c has been achieved. So my integral x plus 1 upon x minus 1 raised to power 3 dx converts into integral a, which is 0. So 0 upon x minus a gone out of discussion. Plus b, which is 1. So dx upon x minus 1 raised to power 2. Plus c, which is 2, dx upon x minus 1 raised to power 3. So this will be absorbed in the constant. I don't write the integral of this, but this is power integral. This is power integral x minus 1 raised to power minus 2 plus 1 upon minus 2 plus 1 plus this is also a power integral x minus 1 raised to power minus 3 plus 1 divided by minus 3 plus 1 plus a constant. So the final result is minus 1 upon x minus 1 minus ये 2 है ये minus 2 है cancel out minus 1 upon x minus 1 squared plus c is the result. So the second case that when a linear factor is repeated a number of times. If it is repeated r times, there will be r such terms. The third case is that denominator has a quadratic factor. Now, if you have a quadratic factor, for a single quadratic factor, you will convert into something like ax plus b divided by the quadratic factor. If the quadratic factor is repeated, so we will write down such terms as many times as the quadratic factor is repeated. अगर ये 2 दफा है तो ये और ये टर्म लिखी जाएगी. अगर पावर यहाँ 3 है तो इस तरह की 3 टर्म्स लिखी जाएंगी. इसमें quadratic factor in the first term will have power 1, in the second power 2, in the third power 3. So I consider example in this case. Let me consider 2 examples. Now we can do this integral using any method, but I have a quadratic factor, and this should be, I should be able to find values of ax plus b, a and b, like this. Now, in order to find values of a and b, what can be done? X square plus x plus 1 से multiply कर दीजिए. 1 is equal to ax plus b. Comparing coefficient, we see that a is equal to 0 and b is equal to 1. So we don't have any advantage at all because a is equal to 0 or b is equal to 1 से original function ही आ रहा है. So it's a bit more tricky, a match. Now, if I attempt a similar thing here, you remember that you don't need to do anything for this. This is tan inverse, integral tan inverse. But if it is a whole square, that means a quadratic factor is repeated twice. So I will write down ax plus b. Oh, by the way, मैंने जब ये कहा कि यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं किया जा सकता, so you should remember that this kind of things were handled by completing squares. X square plus x plus 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4 and this becomes whole square. So जरूरी नहीं है कि हर किस्म का रैशनल फंक्शन जो है वो हम पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन से डील करें. So ये बन जाएगा x plus 1 by 2 whole square, variable squared plus constant squared, and you'll go for substitution of x plus half is equal to a tangent theta. अच्छा, repeated quadratic factor. So you will have x squared plus 1. Ax, not ax. Cx plus b x square plus 1 whole square. Now this is what is suggested in the case 3 in the article, that if you have a repeated quadratic factor, you have to keep on writing down terms like this. With power 1, with power 2, with power 3, and so on if required. Now to solve this, if I multiply throughout by this denominator, I will have this ax plus b x square plus 1, because x square plus 1 whole square, when multiplied with this, the denominator cancel out, cx plus b. Now again, we have a situation where I can remove few terms. For example, choosing x is equal to 0, ये खत्म हो जाएगा, ये 1 हो जाएगा, ये b है. So I will get an equation. X is equal to 0 implies 1 is equal to 0, b times 1 plus b. Instead of value, I have obtained an equation. That doesn't give me sufficient knowledge to find the values of A, B, C, D. So instead, I deal this in a different way. Simplify it algebraically. Ax cubed plus bx square plus ax plus b plus cx plus d, and note that only one term of x cubed, only one term of x square. There are two terms of x plus constant. Now there is no term of x cube on the left hand side. So comparing coefficients, a is equal to 1. There is no term of x square. So b is equal to 0. There is no term of x. So a plus c is equal to 0. There is a constant on the left hand side. So d is equal to 1. I had one result here. I have another significant result here. Another significant result here. A is equal to 0. 0 and b is equal to 0 are finalized. D is equal to 1 is also finalized. So 1 and 2 imply, that means this equation and this equation. B plus D is equal to 1. That leads to already known B is equal to 0. Very good. 1 and 3 imply, why I'm comparing 1 and 3. Don't need to. I've got A is equal to 0. B is equal to 0. Already there. A plus C is equal to 0. So A0 means C0. Lots of things have vanished. And what we are left with? A0, B0, that means a full term is C0. That means I don't have any advantage again. It appears that whether there is a lonely quadratic factor or a repeated quadratic factor, जो टेक्निक हम सेकेंड केस में डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, that is worthless. because using all these values, 1 upon x square plus 1 squared. A की value 0, B की value 0, C की value 0, D की value 1. So what we are left with is the original. Yes, it appears that this technique seems to be worthless, but this technique becomes useful if I have this kind of a mixture exam. Of course, in the exercise, we will have all sorts of problems, but I am writing the problem in the form where factors are already available. So I will just write down the terms that corresponds to this rational functions according to the rule number or case 1 and case 2. Case 1 ने कहा था कि whenever you have a linear factor, you have to write down a term of this type, a upon x minus 3. Whereas repeated linear factor के लिए कहा गया था कि you have to write down this as well as this. I'll discuss the details of this later, starting from here next time. But to be done later on. I can make this problem look like this. X square plus 2. यानी मैंने इस लीनियर फैक्टर को क्वाड्रेटिक फैक्टर बना दिया और उसको मैं रिपीट भी कर दिया. Linear factor will appear once. Quadratic factor will appear twice, one with power 1 and the bx plus c upon x square plus 2 and dx plus e upon x square plus 2 whole square. And from here, we will start discussing further details. For what? If we have a cubic factor, which cannot be factorized into linear factor, we have similar extension in these patterns. अगर सिर्फ लीनियर फैक्टर्स हैं तो हर लीनियर फैक्टर के लिए इस तरह की है, मीनिंग कांस्टेंट अपॉन लीनियर फैक्टर, कांस्टेंट अपॉन अदर लीनियर फैक्टर, कांस्टेंट अपॉन अनदर फैक्टर. क्वाड्रेटिक फैक्टर है तो corresponding to that constant upon repeated linear factor, constant upon linear factor power 1, constant upon linear factor power 2, constant upon linear power 3 और जितनी दफा पावर यहाँ पे है वहां तक जाएंगे. केस 3 में क्वाड्रेटिक फैक्टर के करस्पॉन्डिंग टर्म जो है डिनोमिनेटर में क्वाड्रेटिक फैक्टर है तो न्यूमरेटर में लीनियर फैक्टर एक लिखा जाएगा. इफ द क्वाड्रेटिक फैक्टर इज रिपीटेड then you will write down a linear factor upon quadratic factor plus another linear factor upon quadratic factor square, another linear factor upon quadratic factor cube और maximum power जहाँ तक जा रही है वहाँ तक start कर. So this is what we have to understand, and the case 3 is interesting, tricky, and the corresponding problems are also tricky. So I have stopped the discussion at this example and this example. One where we have a linear factor repeated, what we have to do. One where we have a quadratic factor repeated, what we have to do. So that I will discuss inshallah next time. So at this stage, I stop my lecture. Recording